And so that's why we're talking about changing money and then seeing how is human nature going to change in response to that. Now, I think that also there is a change happening in our consciousness and perceptions. So it's not a one-way dynamic. It's who we are affects the systems built on top of that money, and the systems affect who we are. So it goes both ways. So negative interest, I guess, without saying a whole lot about it, in a gift culture, possessions were a burden. If you had more than you needed, you would happily share it. Because either you were nomadic and you'd have to carry around possessions, or maybe you were a primitive farmer, primitive in quotes, and if you had too much grain or too many bananas, they would go bad. And it was much better to give them away, and then when you were in need, somebody would give back to you. Money's not like that. Money does not decay over time. We could talk about inflation and stuff, but if you have enough money, you can invest it in risk-free securities and grow your money. So you can grow more by having more. And so I think, well, what would happen if we made money like everything else in the universe that decays and that you can't maintain and hold wealth just by having, but instead you have to share, you have to give. So that's a very tiny piece of the theory.
Yeah. I think obviously your book provides both a sensible and a very beautiful vision of what we should do. However, there's one question that I'm struggling with in my own work, and that's not so much this question of what to do, but it's more, why have we not already done it? I think that's, for me, that's kind of a mystery. I mean, we've known about many of these environmental, we've known about it for 40 years that it was going downhill, and yet we haven't done anything. And I think in order for us to actually make a transition, I think we need to sort of break that or solve that riddle. So I would like to hear your, why haven't we already, what has been standing in the way of this transition? Yeah,
well, the old systems have a lot of momentum. You could ask the same question about an alcoholic. The alcoholic knows that the drink is destroying his life, destroying his health, destroying his relationships. He knows that.